Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you especially to this demonstration of the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin. My name is Kiss Sunshine. I'm super excited. Listen, the sanitary napkin market is the second biggest market in the world. A woman has either had a flow, she's having a flow, or she will have a flow. So you can see even in 100 years to come, this is going to be a huge market. And why are we so excited? We're excited because we work with a multinational company, Bisworld, that makes one of the best sanitary napkins in the market. According to WHO, 8 out of every 10 women out there have gynecological problems. It could be as simple as menstrual pains, cramps, odor, to more complicated problems like fibroids, ovarian cysts, myoma, and various forms of cancers. And WHO has said that a whopping 73% of those problems are caused by the poor quality sanitary napkins that women use. Every minute during a woman's menstrual cycle, she releases hundreds of thousands of bacteria that are dangerous to her health. Ladies and gentlemen, the good news is that we have a solution. We have the best solution in the world, and that is the Angel Moon Sanitary Napkin. Okay, I'm going to do a demonstration to prove straight up to you how this works. And so I'm going to do a demonstration where I'm going to simulate a woman using the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin with a woman using a conventional pad we are going to call pad X, which would represent all the other napkins in the market. The Angel Moon Sanitary napkin has a very special opening and closing seal, which makes it very hygienic for the woman. So I can take out my pad and seal it right back. Even the pieces is well protected, and so you can see it takes a little bit of effort for me to open it. So if you put it inside a bag or your wallet, there is no way bacteria can come in. So I'm going to take off the adhesive, and then I'm going to place it right here. Once again, like I'm going to be comparing the Angel Moon with the pad X. This represents all the other napkins in the market, and you can see our pad X is already opened. Okay, so it's a breeding ground for bacteria. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here for our demonstration. Actually, one of the most popular napkins used out there in the market is what we've chosen for pad X. So these women are about to have their flow. We're about to see how they would behave during their flow. We're going to take the same quantity of water for both the Angel Moon woman and the pad X. Voila! Let's begin. According to WHO, when a woman is in a menstrual cycle, she releases between 30 to 80 ml of blood every day, depending on how heavy her flow is. But for the sake of this experiment, we're going to take just 50 ml of water to represent the blood. Of course, about 86% of water is blood anyway. So since we don't have blood, we're just going to use water. So 50 ml of water. And we're about to help this woman. As a matter of fact, this woman is having a flow. She's having a flow all through the day. She's having a flow all through the day. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So this woman, the woman X, is about to have a flow as well. So I'm going to take equal quantity of water, 50 ml as well. You can confirm 50 ml, and she's going to have a flow as well. She's having a flow, she's having a flow, she's having her flow. So, ladies and gentlemen, when a woman is in a menstrual cycle, she's not sick, right? It's not a sickness. So she cannot say, oh, I'm in my menstrual cycle, I'm going to stand up throughout the day, I'm not going to sit down. She's going to have to sit down at some point, okay? I'm just cleaning in case there's any spilled water anywhere, not to spoil our demonstration. All right, so now we are going to place these tissues on top of the 2 napkins. Voila. I'm going to separate a little bit. Place the tissues on top of the 2 napkins, and then we're going to immerse pressure, which will represent when the 2 women actually sit down. So we're going to press as much as we can, which represents when they sit. Ladies and gentlemen, you would notice that our brand X pad is completely soaked. However, our Angel Moon is 100% dry. No matter how much I press, how much I punch, it's gonna come out 100% dry. Just a little pressure back on the pad X again, and it is soaked. Ladies and gentlemen, when blood comes in contact with air, it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. So imagine a woman that wears a napkin like this. this is what gives birth to various forms of gynecological issues. However, we are going to dissect these napkins to see why they behaved, the way that they have behaved. And so I'm going to first of all start by dissecting our part X, and you're going to find out what the part X, the most of the part X is, you find out that what they are made up of. Okay, the first layer of part X is very, very rough. Now, this is what causes vaginal irritation, otherwise known as itchiness in women. So a woman that wears a napkin like this, she's always scratching and scratching down there. And then there is no perforation for air to flow, so it causes lots of odor. If I come to my Angel Moon Sanitary napkin, on the other hand, you're going to find out, just a second, after dissection, you're going to find out, of course, that the first layer of the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin is actually very, very soft. It's very soft, it's very, very smooth, and it is absolutely dry. Now that's what actually it marries the vaginal system, preventing all forms of itchiness, preventing all forms of irritation, and there's a perforation here for air to flow, which prevents all forms of odor. Is that amazing or amazing? Okay, now let's come to the most important component of this sanitary napkin, which is the functional core. This is the most important component. This is the therapeutic function, of the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin. And so this functional core contains 4 basic elements, which is nanosilver, biomagnetism, negative ions, and far infrared. And all of these are coming together to make sure they protect the vaginal area of a woman and make sure it's 100% protected. Let's come to the negative ions, for instance. What are negative ions? Negative ions are air minerals, they're air vitamins. They're those tasteless, odorless molecules that are breathed into our respiratory systems. Very, very important for human health. What are the functions? Before I talk about the functions, negative ions are found in the water side. When you go to the beach, you can feel this freshness that can even heal you. Those are negative ions. When you go to the mountaintop, you feel negative ions, but you can't find them in our environment that we have today because of we are bombarded by radiation from our phones, Wi-Fi, and the rest of that. And so, what are the functions? 1, it is antibacterial. 2, it's anti-stress, so you're always on your feet. 3, it's anti-pain. That's the functions of the negative ions. So when you talk about the anti-pain, and content of this negative ion, it means that even when you see any woman that have menstrual pains, just give her this napkin. More than 95% of the times, from the very first day of using this napkin, she won't feel pains again. And the best way to verify this information is to look for them. There are so many out there. Okay, now beyond this, it is anti-inflammatory. So it removes the inflammation in problems like fibroids, ovarian cysts, myoma, even inflammation in prostate, and that's why we say it's worn by men as well. There are countless testimonies of people that have had fibroids, ovarian cysts, men that have had prostate problems that wore this, and today prostate is gone. Even women that were looking for children after a couple of years, 5, 6 years, 12 years that I know of recently, and they wore this within months, they got pregnant. Maybe the women had infections, maybe they had gynecological problems that had prevented them from taking in, and this band just simply takes care of that. It also regulates menstrual cycle. For women that have a regular cycle, this is going to help you regulate your menstrual cycle. It also balances hormones. Voila, it balances hormones a lot of, especially for menopausal women, because most times when you do demonstration, the menopausal women say, I'm no longer on my cycle, what do I need a pad for? You need it, especially the panty liner, because most menopausal women suffer from what we call hot flushes, vaginal dryness, and the rest of that, and this is going to basically help them with that. I can go on and on. This has a lot of therapeutic functions. We do seminars where we have 3 whole hours describing this. Just understand that this is the basic function of this napkin, the functional core, and this is what makes all the difference. Okay, if I continue with the demonstration, I'm going to come back to the parts. Now, these napkins, this part X, most of the brands, they claim that they are made up of cotton, right? So we're going to find out if it is truly cotton. I'm taking a little content from what they call cotton. I'm going to put it in the brand X cup, and then of course I'm going to come to the Angel Moon, and then we are going to put this right here as well. That's the real cotton on the Angel Moon that they don't have. Now, this is my brand X cup, so we are going to stir to see if it is truly cotton. Can you see what they call cotton? Does cotton dissolve inside water? Absolutely not. Your clothes are made up of cotton, yeah? And so when you put your clothes inside water to wash, it is how it dissolves? No. Okay, so then let's come down to our Angel Moon. We're going to take the Angel Moon and we're going to stir and stir. We can stir from today to tomorrow. It's going to remain intact. Why? Because it is 100% cotton. Is that amazing or amazing? Put your hands together for the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin. All right, now we have confirmed that this is not cotton. The question now is, if this is not cotton, what is it? It will interest you to know that companies that make napkins like this, they pick up old newspapers, old cartons from dustbins, take them to warehouses, and they recycle them. After the recycling process, the content comes out brown in color. But if you give a brown part to a woman to wear, will she wear? Of course she wouldn't. So you put it through 6 stages of chlorination, 6 stages of bleaching. This is what brings about dioxin. Dioxin is one of the deadliest chemicals in the world, and guess what? That's exactly what they wrapped up together and they've stuck in that place where life begins. Okay, if I come to the Angel Moon part, I'm sure earlier on in the beginning you were wondering, where did all the water go to? This is where it went to. It is this very special gel, one of the most therapeutic gels in the world. It's food grade quality gel made from wood fiber. You know how wood absorbs, right? It is natural, it is therapeutic. It takes just 8 seconds to absorb all the liquid coming into this napkin. And if you wear this napkin, trust me, you can wear even one throughout the day. If you're going to change, you're just respecting hygienic principles because you're already used to changing from using your products. Otherwise, with this, you wouldn't even know you're having your menstrual cycle, except when it's time for you to probably have your bath in the evening. We've had lots of testimonies like this. Okay, so I'm gonna, of course, I just dropped it inside the Angel Moon cup as well, and you can see it's been neatly wrapped up with cotton. Is that amazing or amazing? If I come now to the last layer of 2 napkins, this is the last layer of the brand X part. The last layer of part X is made up of plastic. The question is, what on earth is plastic doing close to where life begins? You know that bacteria love to thrive in a hot environment, right? And that down there is already very hot for a woman. So imagine you pick up a woman's vaginal system, mix it up with heat, mix it up with chemicals like dioxin and the rest of that, and then because they know that what they have is not absorbent, they don't want it to drip on the underwear, they shove everything up with cotton. And so the vaginal system that has been mixed up with heat, that has been mixed up with chemicals, shoved up with plastic, it means that there is no room for anything to breathe. Where will all of that go to? All the chemicals and everything, where will it go back to? It goes back to the gynecological system, to the vaginal system. Good morning to menstrual pain, to cramps, to odor. Good morning to fibroids. Good morning to variances. Good morning to infertility. Good morning to different forms of problems. Listen, it's just like when you take raw meat, put inside nylon, and you keep it away. 24 hours later, you open the nylon. What's going to happen? It's going to ooze, right? That's what happens to the vaginal system of women that use napkins. Like this, take a look. It's purely plastic. Okay. If I come to the last layer of my Angel Moon Sanitary napkin, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the history of sanitary napkins, we have a part that is biodegradable. What it means is that if I throw it into nature, it's just going to decompose into moisture within split seconds. You saw the way that one was stretching earlier on, right? Look at my Angel Moon Sanitary napkin. It's biodegradable. Can you see? It's searing, it's not stretching. For medical doctors, this is the most important part of this napkin, trust me. It is so amazing. Now we are going to come back now to the last absorption test of our 2 sanitary napkins, and this is where all the difference is made. Take a look. A woman that uses our brand Expert, take a look, she's always bathing in her own blood. She's always bathing in a bacteria-infested blood. She's not comfortable, she's not dry, she's not happy, and her menstrual cycle is the worst period of her life. And when a man comes to a place like this, he's not going to want to come back the next day. I wouldn't. But ladies and gentlemen, take a look at this. A woman that uses the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin. Let me show you what's going to happen to her. Everything is so blocked, I'm actually literally struggling to have the gel come out. Is this amazing or amazing? Is this fantastic or fantastic? Is this incredible or incredible? Oh my God. Oh my God. Take a look. Everything is soaked. Everything is completely soaked. You're dry 100%. Can you say, is that amazing or amazing? Is that fantastic or fantastic? Oh my God. Put your hands together for the Angel Moon Sanitary napkin. Okay, and so ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. If you have the chance to choose a sanitary napkin for your sister, for your friend, for your mother, for your cousin, for any female at all, which one would you choose? I bet you would choose the Angel Moon Sanitary Napkin. The Angel Moon Sanitary Napkin comes in 3 forms. You have the panty liner, and this panty liner is worn by everybody, men, women, children, and there's actually 25 pieces in it. So the woman should wear this panty liner before and after her menstrual cycle, because the woman should always have, a pad or a panty liner on, because that place is the top spot for bacteria. So this is the panty liner. This is the day pack. The day pack is actually shorter. Okay, for women that have light flow, there are 10 pieces of sanitary napkins in it, and of course this is the night pack, which is for women that have heavy flow. It's quite longer. The wings are longer as well for women that have heavy flow, or for women that are quite big back then. So you can choose whichever one you want to use. Thank you all so much for watching this demonstration. Go back and meet those who share this video with you. I'm sure they have very important information to share with you with regards to this napkin. They're going to show you exactly how it works for men as well, for prostate problems, for sexual weaknesses, and how basically you can actually begin to put the system in place to build the future of your dreams, thanks to the Angel Moon Sanitary Napkin. Thank you all so much, and see you in my next video.